Something that I see that's very popular on social media and in my field of physical therapy and training is the popular opinion that you as a patient, as a client, needs to be fixed, or your joints are out of place, or you have a muscle imbalance, or the best yet, you have poor posture. So you see these with newer clinicians and trainers, and being in the game for a while, you start to see how those phrases are not really true and they're pretty damaging. First of all, you don't need to be fixed. You're not broken. You're not a car or machine that's broken that we can order parts and then you'll be better. Nothing's out of place. Joints don't just miraculously disappear. And you don't have any muscle imbalances. And you definitely don't have bad posture. What's damaging about this way of thinking is that you'll never be enough. And if you're never enough, you're always going to seek help. You're always going to seek a teacher. You're always going to seek someone to rescue you, to save you. You're always going to be a victim. So it's this way of thinking that promotes what's called a scarcity mindset, a victim mentality. And this is very disempowering, and what you get is a society with continual suffering. And this can lead to not understanding your fellow neighbor, not understanding why people act the way they do. So we're afraid of what we don't understand. So we have conflict, we have violence, we have ignorance, etc., etc. So you are enough, you are not broken, so you don't need to be fixed nor rescued. You're not out of balance, you're not with poor posture. If anything, there's a limited understanding. And you're not even limited. You're just focusing on the things that just aren't as important maybe, or maybe you're focusing on things that exclude everything else. So can you accept the possibility or likelihood that everything in your life right now that you need is right there? All the answers you're seeking is right before you right now. The issue is you can't see it. And why can't you see it? Because you're focusing on what you don't want, because you're afraid of things that don't even exist, but in your mind, it's trying to protect you. You create all these scenarios so that you could be safe. Meanwhile, it's actually preventing you from seeing more clearly, and so we feed into that scarcity mindset and victim mentality by saying, hey, follow me, hire me, I could fix you, I could make you feel better, I could lead you across the river, whatever, to be saved. It's all bullshit. So rather than thinking that you need to be fixed, maybe it's more about changing your perspective and first identifying where you are right now, what you're focusing on, understanding that whatever you tend to focus on excludes you from everything else. So maybe if you train yourself to start looking at things differently and how much that can expand your capacity. And it's not that you need to be fixed or you're broken or need to be saved as much as you're self-limiting your capacity. It's a capacity issue. So if it's a capacity issue, let's make an example. Let's pretend or imagine you have a car and you want this car to run faster. But this car, the engine only has a certain capacity to go a certain amount. So you do whatever you can, because you can't really get a new car, to improve on the capacity of this car to be able to handle, to be able to go faster. But then you realize it's not really the car. It's you. What's behind your need to have a car that runs faster? You see where I'm getting with this?